What's it like to see James Laurinaitis on the sideline now?
Oh, it's awesome. It's great to see him, in the scarlet and gray instead of Notre Dame. I was at the game, seeing him on the sideline. I'm sure he's all in, obviously, wherever he is, but I think he's home now, and he realizes that, and he seems really happy.
What do you think might make him a good fit for this and for this linebacker group?
Oh, I mean, I think we knew back playing with James that he was going to probably be a coach someday. He's super passionate about it, cares about it, and that's just kind of how his brain works as a motivator. And, I mean, I think he's going to be on a rocket ship of coaching, of just like we see like what Hartline has done and how successful he has been and how well liked he is and respected. I think James is very similar to Hartline when it comes to that. So it's an absolute no-brainer. Speaking of, there's Hartline.
What's it for you to come back to an event like this? It's a combination of getting to reconnect with Ohio State, but also a thing that pays homage to the high school coaches in this state and helps them as well.
Oh, I mean, I know I went to Centerville High School with my high school coaches. I would do anything for them still have so much respect for them. So I think it's awesome. There's almost like 800 coaches here. That's huge. Like this, we definitely, if there's talent in Ohio, I think Ohio State should be first on the list for those kids. And I think they want to make sure that's how it is, and I hope it continues that way.
What are your impressions of Tommy Eichenberg? He seems like kind of a throwback to your era a little bit, the way he plays linebacker.
Oh, he's awesome. Tommy's awesome. I don't know him personally, but I've just been a fan of his for a long time. And, man, just such a grinder, tough guy that I think we don't even know half the stuff he plays through, like how tough that guy is and what he brings. And it's kind of, a guy like that, 2023, it's rare, like a under-the-radar, quiet type guy. I think it's respectable that he seems to be very authentic and carries himself how he does, and I think he's an unbelievable player. I'm looking forward to watching him play again.
When you watch now Ohio State play football, other teams play football, does linebacker seem like a very different position than when you were handling it, or does it seem?
Linebacker seems different for sure. It always goes through like ebbs and flows, I guess. They want big guys that can stop the run, or smaller guys that can move in space and make tackles, and you kind of have to do it all now. But I was just talking to James earlier about defending these offenses, what you have to do and how different it is, and how do you play decisive and be downhill as a linebacker. And that's what coaching is. You got to find a way to make those guys feel comfortable and feel like they're not in between their pass, run, read every single play, and they can be decisive and run and hit. And that's why I'm not a college coach, because I don't know how to tell these guys that with these offenses. It's fun to watch on TV, but man, I can't imagine trying to stop that defensively. It seems like a pretty difficult situation.
Yeah. Lastly, what's it like as an alum to see a losing streak against Michigan, and what do you think this program needs to do to turn that around?
I mean, they just keep doing what they're doing, honestly. I mean, I was at the game last year, and things were going well for most of the game. I feel like just little plays here and there, one play here, one play there, explosive play over the top if you give up, things like that can really be backbreakers. So I think watching what they did too, I was in person at the Georgia game as well. I mean, we can play with anybody on the planet, and they know that. And I think it's just got to do that and realize there's, when you have little opportunities here and there, you got to make the most of them, and I think they'll be fine. They got a ton of talent here, and they're going to continue to recruit awesome players, and this place is awesome. It's not going anywhere.